Well, journalist Josh Parry joins us now, along with Dr. Michael Davison, who says he has had successful therapy to cure himself of his gay urges. He describes being gay as an abomination, and he offers long-term therapy for gay people, although he's not associated with the Mountain of Fire Church group. Welcome to both of you. So, Josh, a fascinating, very disturbing report. What was your overview after you finished your investigation?
I think the overwhelming feeling that I had was one of disappointment, if anything else. This was something that is happening 20 minutes or so from where I live in Liverpool, one of the most accepting cities that I've ever come across. Our investigation came out just 2 weeks after Liverpool celebrated its most successful Pride event. And the Bishop of Liverpool himself actually backed Pride, which was.
And you weren't pretending to be gay. You're a gay man,
yes,
right?
I am, yes.
Openly gay man. This idea, this notion that you're not born gay, you become gay through malevolent forces, abominant forces, and so on, and that somehow you can be cured. As a gay man, how do you feel about that?
I think it's offensive, to be honest, and that's just me personally. I find it very offensive. But more so than that, I think beyond being offensive, I think it has real, genuine possibility of causing harm to people.
Well, Dr. Mike Davison, you described homosexuality as an aberration. Being gay is a maladjustment for most people. Do you consider yourself to have been gay and cured?
Susanna, just to correct Piers there, I have never said that homosexuality is an abomination.
You have called it an aberration.
Well, that's not an abomination. That's something very different.
You think it's a sin?
We need to be very careful.
Is it a sin being gay?
For Christian people who are orthodox in their
faith. Not for general people, but for you.
For me, yes, it was certainly a sinful
sin and abomination is all the same thing, right?
Not at all. It's something that is an abomination in the Old Testament,
not an abomination?
along with all sorts of other practices the Old Testament condemned. That's true.
But you think being gay is a sin, and you think that people aren't born gay, they all become gay.
I think that science is very clear. Even the American Psychological Association said that there's no evidence one way or the other in terms of the effectiveness
what do you believe?
of therapy. I believe that people are not born gay, that they come into homosexual feelings, and that it is something that in some cases is reversible for people who want to make that the trajectory of their lives.
Why should it be reversed, these homosexual urges that these people suddenly experience?
Because it's inconsistent with some people's value systems, and they want to be true to themselves.
You mean your value system?
Well, I think we're here today because there's clearly a population group who feel that they are not comfortable with homosexual expression.
Well, it probably doesn't help if they're being called an aberration.
Do you know what we call these people, Dr. Michael? We call them horrible little bigots in the modern world. Mm-hmm. Just bigoted people who actually talk complete claptrap and are, in my view, a malevolent and dangerous part of our society. What's the matter with you? How can you think that nobody's born gay and they all get corrupted and they can all be cured? Who are you to say such garbage?
Where's your
Where's
evidence?
my evidence? Where's my evidence that you were born straight?
Where is your evidence?
Where's your evidence
that
you were born straight?
Homosexuality is something that is innate and unchangeable.
Where is your
Not
evidence?
Even the American Psychological Association or the Royal College of Psychiatrists have presented that evidence.
Wacky scientists.
It's evidence. Where's the evidence?
I'm asking you a question. It's this. Prove to me that you're straight.
Why do we have to stick to a binary label system?
Sorry. I just asked you a simple question.
Prove to me that I'm straight.
Prove to me scientifically that you are straight.
2 children.
Yeah.
I have been with my wife for 35 years.
You've also had gay sex, right?
Left homosexual practices.
Right, but you've also had gay sex, right?
I have.
How many times?
I'm not going to tell you.
Ballpark, 10, 100, 1,000? How many times did you experiment with this abomination?
Enough to find that this is something that I wanted to change in my life.
So how do you know that scientifically you're not actually gay?
why do I care about that? All I want is to be
You
free.
seem to care very much about people like Josh. You think he wasn't born gay.
no.
He got corrupted by these urges and now needs to be cured by Saint Michael, who is here to rid the world of the scourge of homosexuality. To which I say, shut up, you old bigot.
You've got it wrong, Piers.
Sorry, but this is ridiculous.
You're not giving people who have a right to find their own pathway in life the freedom and the space to be able to do
Has
that.
it crossed your bigoted mind that gay people may not want to find your path?
The gay people
that they may be quite happy
who come in my
being
direction
gay, and actually they don't
do
want to be
want
told
to
they can be
change.
cured of this aberration, because that's deeply offensive.
For some people it is. And they need to have the dignity and the freedom to live life as they want to. But there are other people who want to go in a different direction, and they need to be protected. If we're a truly democratic society, we will protect minority rights. And this is a minority right, recognized throughout the world. Watch our film, Voices of the Silent.
Do you still get homosexual urges yourself?
I can be triggered, but I no longer have
Are you
the
triggered
same...
now? I mean, you're sitting next to a gay man. Are you triggered at the moment or not?
Absolutely not. What I see is a young man here living the life that he feels is right and congruent with his own set
You
of
think
values.
it's wrong and an aberration and he should be cured, right?
No, I have never said anybody should be cured. And
Right.
our website doesn't say such things, Piers. You really haven't done your research.
Well, let me
to
just
deal
quote
with
you
that.
from yourself. I've been turned away from homosexuality by counselling, prayer and psychotherapy. People are not born gay. Homosexuality is an aberration. Being gay is a maladjustment for most people. If people have unwanted homosexual feelings, I talk them through their lives to locate the trauma. That's very good of you.
And they come, and they have come for years, and perhaps they'll still keep coming, because we have to recognise, Piers, that there's a need for this, that there is a population group throughout the world.
No, there's no need for
who
people
wants
like
this.
you
Well, hang on,
to be telling
Josh wants to.
this should be
Josh
cured.
wants to talk about this.
I've read an awful lot about you, Mike Davidson, and what I would say is that I think that the very fact that you even offer this therapy, you say that you are giving people a choice. I think that suggests that to be gay is somehow lesser, or somehow people shouldn't be fine with.
choice of
Surely,
therapy.
let me finish. Surely, therapists should be helping people come to terms with their sexuality rather than trying to change it. What's your success rate?
Let me answer the first question. I think therapists should be working with the agendas that clients bring, not imposing their agenda. And whether it's imposing an agenda to help them come out of it or imposing an agenda to help them affirm it is still the therapist's agenda. A therapist's job is to listen to the client and to work with them to achieve what they want to. And if they are autonomous individuals who are legitimately there because they are free to do that, they haven't been sent, then they need to be respected and understood. Not everybody who works with me is going to come out a heterosexual person in a relationship with a woman,
have a
but
percentage
many of them,
of your success
probably,
rate?
well, in the last year, I'm seeing up to 14 a week. Many of them are in therapy for 18 months to 2 years, sometimes 2.5 years. I suppose this year I have seen 2 or 3 go on into viable relationships with women. They are happy and they are content. Why in Great Britain today are we not satisfied with allowing them to choose their direction? Why is that an indictment against gay people? It shouldn't be.
Well, the indictment against gay people comes because people like you say things like homosexuality is an aberration. Being gay is a maladjustment.
Yes.
It's a trauma, right? So
stand
people
by
may be under the impression, Dr. Mike, that somehow you are bigoted against homosexuality and think there's something wrong with it, which you do.
I do.
Right.
I do think that homosexuality is not the best answer. Now,
Some might say you
I
want your
appreciate
hang on,
that.
I'm talking to you. Some might think that you want your cake and eat it. You wanted to have all the gay sex you wanted personally, right, before you cured yourself. And now you would like to deprive other people of pursuing their natural urges in life.
You know,
And that I call hypocrisy of a grand scale.
We don't cure people. Curing is about a medical model. What that says is that
you
there's
adjust
a disease.
them, right? You adjust them to a better. A maladjustment means it's a bad thing.
It's an adjustment that people make because they have unmet needs, which are met sexually through contact with
But
the
has
same
it crossed
sex.
your mind that some of these unmet needs from a gay person are actually because they're gay, and they like to have gay feelings towards other gay people who also like to have gay feelings? Has that crossed your mind?
Of course, Piers. The people who come in my direction, this is the point,
Okay.
are not satisfied with it. They want out. They've
Yeah.
had enough. They tried it. It didn't work.
You're a psychotherapist. The UK Council for Psychotherapy says no responsible psychotherapist will attempt to convert a client from homosexuality to heterosexuality. Meanwhile, the Royal College of Psychiatrists says there is no sound scientific evidence that sexual orientation can be changed, and so-called treatments of homosexuality create a setting in which prejudice and discrimination
And you believe them,
flourish.
Susanna?
Oh,
you just
Dr.
accept
Michael,
that? You
put a cork in it.
Thanks
let's
very much.
just uncritically accept their views without challenging and asking for
You know
the
what?
We
You know
don't
evidence.
accept the views of a medical doctor
know, I've
over
had
yourself
enough
who
of
has a
it.
PhD in
I've had enough of it.
education.
Can
You're not
we
a medical
just-
doctor. You're
can we
thrown out
just-
of the psychodrama.
Josh and Dr.
Association.
Mark Davison, thanks
Dr.
both very
Josh,
much indeed.
great investigation.
Thank you very
Dr.
much,
Michael,
Piers.
shut up. Time check, 7:49. We've got Julian Clary coming up next. That's going to be an interesting interview. I wonder if he wants to be cured. Anyway, in the meantime, competition